You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, it is time for our weekly prediction edition, and we're going to talk about Nick and Adam reigniting that sibling rivalry feud and Victor getting really ticked off. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we have got predictions for Ian and Jordan, for Nick, Adam, and Victor, for Kyle and Summer, for Phyllis, and for Diane, Victor, and some others. And if you're not already following us, please click subscribe, and let's get into my predictions, which are always based on official spoilers and promos, and let's see what happens, starting with our first Y&R prediction. Number 1, Ian is enraged and threatens Jordan. So we already saw that Ian Ward told Jordan Howard she has to fulfill his revenge agenda if she wants his help with her plan. And remember, at any time, Ian could send Jordan back to prison because he's the one who arranged that name swap with another inmate who's now serving time under Jordan's name. So Ian had Jordan set up Sharon and do all the killing and the stuff. And his end goal is he wanted Sharon isolated from her family. Spoilers for Tuesday, December 3rd, have Jordan busy spying for Ian. He told her to get into her bag of disguises and go find out if their plan worked. The thing is, it did not go the way he wanted because Sharon's daughters are loyal and so is Nick, and she's got a good lawyer in Michael. So I suspect Jordan finds out that things are not going well at all like he wanted, and she's going to try and mislead and trick Ian. And next week, it looks like rather than spying for him, she's mostly focused on spying for herself instead of Ian. And she's almost busted by Claire on Tuesday, December 3rd, according to spoilers, when Kyle and Claire actually run into Jordan in a blonde wig, faking a bad accent, and she gets away. But when Ian finds out nothing went according to plan, he's going to be enraged, and I'm sure he's going to threaten Jordan for not carrying off the plot the way he wanted and blame her, and she's going to have to do some scrambling to keep him happy and keep herself out of prison. Our second prediction, Diane gathers Victor's enemies under Glissade's umbrella. So right now, as of before Monday's episode, Victor Newman feels like the king of the world. He just got chancellor for Nikki. He ousted Billy. He took Jack Abbott's son away from him and got Kyle to betray his family. Plus, Victor is under the impression that he ruined Jack and Diane's marriage and that their son hates them. So spoilers for Monday, December 2nd, have Diane and Jack reuniting publicly, and Nikki and Victor cannot believe their eyes. Not only does the mustache see that he failed to ruin Jack's marriage, but Diane and Jack tell him Kyle is back in the family fold. And then we find out that Victor gutted Glissade. He sold it off basically for parts and hoodwinked Diane by giving her a shell of a company. But spoilers for Monday reveal that Jack surprises Diane and tells her he secretly bought back everything Victor sold, and now Diane owns Glissade in all its glory, completely intact, to run as she wants. And spoilers for Wednesday, December 4th, have Jack giving Diane an idea. So I wonder if she is going to use Glissade to somehow get revenge on Victor. I think it'd be great if Diane hired all of Victor's recent enemies, and together they used Glissade to destroy the mustache, or at least spank him and teach him a lesson. And that could include Billy Abbott, Phyllis Summers, Audra Charles, and even Lily Winters. Now, it would be a motley crew, and they would have to put some of their feelings about each other aside, but I think that would be a whole lot of fun. Our third prediction, Kyle cheats with Summer. So Kyle Abbott seems, quite smitten with Claire, but Summer is single and she is looking at Kyle again. And as we know, she has no problem breaking up his relationships the way she behaved when he was with Lola. I mean, we know whose daughter she is. She already sabotaged Claire and Kyle's romance, whenever she can. Even before she broke up with Chance, she was doing that. If you remember, Summer came to the Abbott mansion. Gosh, it's been like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. And she noticed that Claire was upstairs with Kyle, and she quickly figured out what was probably happening. So she just kept yelling his name to interrupt their intimate moment. And he had to come out of the room to shut her up so she didn't wake up their kid. And that kind of ruined the moment. And a spoiler photo for next week has Summer glaring at Claire as she and Kyle are out on a date enjoying dinner at Society. So spoilers for December 3rd say Kyle gets romantic with Claire, and that's when Summer sees them out together. And then spoilers for Wednesday, December 4th say Summer is grilling Kyle about Claire. It is none of her business, but I suspect Summer is scheming because she is her mom Phyllis's daughter, and I expect her to chase Kyle and just not let up until she seduces him back into her bed, knowing that Claire will dump him for cheating. My fourth prediction, Nick versus Adam feud heats up again, and Victor is furious. So we've already seen Nick Newman losing his temper with Adam over Sharon's current crisis. A couple of days before Thanksgiving, Victor asked Adam for his take on Sharon's situation. And when Adam said that their darkness speaks to each other, and then Victor said that Sharon and Adam have a bond that his oldest son will never understand, oh my gosh, Nick the Stick threw one of his classic tantrums and got bossy, telling Adam stay away from Sharon. So, of course, Adam ran right over to see Sharon and offer his help. Nick is busy playing hero for her, and he does not want Adam in the way, even though there's nothing romantic going on between Sharon and Nick at the moment. Spoilers for Thursday, December 5th have Adam scoffing at Nick when he tells him again, you stay away from Sharon. I expect Adam will again do the exact opposite of what Nick says, and his big brother should know that by now. And remember, Victor doesn't want either of his sons involved with Sharon and her train wreck of a life. And he definitely doesn't want his boys to go back to their old rivalry, but that seems like the direction it is going. And of course, Victor is going to be angry and he'll blame Sharon. Our fifth and final prediction, Phyllis winds up arrested for her anti-Sharon antics. Although all of us watching know that Sharon is innocent of the murder that she confessed to and innocent of running Phyllis off the road, Red is certain that Sharon is 100% guilty. And of course, that makes sense given the evidence and the confessions. But despite all that, Nick and Michael Baldwin and others remain loyal to Sharon, which makes Phyllis angrier by the moment. Spoilers for Monday, December 2nd have Summer picking up Phyllis from the hospital. And of course, they make a beeline for Crimson Lights for coffee and confrontation. Phyllis actually says she can't believe Sharon has the nerve to show her face there at Crimson Lights, at the business that Sharon owns. Come on. And spoilers say that Summer and Phyllis tag team Sharon demanding answers. The problem is Sharon can't remember anything she did, but she tells Phyllis she's sorry and she wishes she could remember. Also this week, spoilers say Nick goes to Chance asking for help figuring out why this is bothering him. Nick's spidey senses are tingling about Sharon's confession because it just doesn't feel right. And I suspect Nick's actions trying to figure out, find answers, exonerate, are going to set Phyllis off. If she thinks there's any way that Sharon could literally get away with murder, with a little help from Nick, Michael, and or Chance, I think Phyllis might do something crazy and wind up getting herself arrested, which of course would be pretty ironic.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.